you what's going on, that I do not see you or me. I see me down below.
Well, go ahead and start. Hi, everyone. I hope you can see us. Rebecca's having technical difficulties at this point in time, but we're going to try this anyway.
This is so strange.
Yeah, you're on panel. You up there?
I'm up there.
Yeah.
I'm,
Hi, Barb.
Hi, Barb. This is all I've got is this line shift.
You there?
Let me figure it out. Hide panel. Okay. Now to bring this back over there. And it just, wow, it just collapsed. I don't know what's going on, but I can't see myself. Oh, well. That is so strange.
Yeah, Barb says she can see and hear us.
You can see and hear us, but
yeah.
I'm going to send you a picture what this looks like. It's got just this single bar. Hide that. Okay. I got rid of, let's see here. Okay, there's that. Now, bring that back over. Okay. You can see and hear me? Well, I can't see myself at all.
Just keep going.
Just ignore it, Rebecca. You're going to be fine. Hi, Jane Doe. This is really, really strange. I got rid of, so that I can see. Hi, Robbie. What I ended up doing is I just got rid of StreamYard's chat. So I don't see that, but I can see myself now.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is. Like when I bring it over, it just...
Hey, Robbie. Hi, Jane Doe.
I'm going to do
technology. It ain't nothing.
Yeah. Right. Now I can't see my... Okay, let's try this again. Okay. I'm just not going to see the...
Hi, Christy.
YouTube. Hi, Christy Betts. Thank you for coming. I'm going to be working on... This is one of the... As you see, this is one of the long hats. I'm going to be working on this. And oh, well. So I don't have you StreamYard's chat up, Nancy. That's what I just have YouTube. But I've got a little over 50 rows, or about 50 rows to finish this one. And I wanted to thank you all for coming today and watching me make one of these hats. Yeah.
Hi, Tish.
Hi, Tish. Thank you for coming. This is just absolutely amazing. And I was going to make scrubbies, but then I thought, okay, I started working on this one. Let me put that down for a little bit, and I'll show you the yarn that I'm using.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen Brist. So this is the yarn. I'll set that up there for a little bit. This is some of the brands of yarn that I get. This is a Karen, and it's called Skinny Cakes. It is, as you can see here, It is a 3-ply yarn, so it's a lot thinner yarn, and it Hi Money Pit Homestead and Prepped for Eternity Homestead. Thank you for coming in. But
Hi, Lisa and Donald. Hey, Jennifer.
now there's Prepped for Eternity is, oh my gosh, I have it back there. It's just not sticking in my head. But this I had already used from, and that's the one I wanted to use, but I didn't pull it out. So that I picked this yarn up at Michael's. They had it in a bin, so I can still get yarn at Michael's, Walmart, and Hobby Lobby, even though Joann has gone out of business. So you can see how lightweight this is. It's very thin. And this is the yarn that I started using to do making the reversible hats. So each one of these hats gets 100 rows. And in here, I have stitch markers. That little stitch marker is at 25. And then I have one up here for that it's 50 rows. There's, I don't know if you guys can see that one, but there it is right there. Yeah, I do too, Christy. You know, it makes it harder because I was able to, there's a lot of yarn that they would put on clearance that I would be able to go and get that yarn. This is amazing. I've got 12 friends here. I do want to look at the time, I think, because I kind of want to do a moment of silence for all the people that have lost their lives. It's been hard on all of us with what has happened. I just want to remember everyone that aren't here today.
Well, thank you, Don.
Thank you, Don Raby. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I have basically a little less than 50 rows to finish this hat. And in fact, the live that is going to be happening on Wednesday this coming week, or no, is it next week? I'm going to be going live on my channel at, I think I'm going to do 9:30 on that Wednesday. And I'm going to be making one of these hats. They usually take me from start to finish about 4 hours. And it's kind of the same process that I'm doing with this one. Hi, James Hall.
James.
So great to see so many friends in here. And this is what's really interesting is look what's coming in next is that dark blue. Such a great.
Hi, James.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard me or not. Let's do it again.
Yes, please smash the thumbs up and share this. Oh, I've got it on subscriber mode only. So if you share it out, they're going to have to wait for an hour. because there is going to be a surprise that's going to happen today. Yeah, it's like, you know, trying to figure out how.
Oh, okay, James. I didn't see it.
And Nancy, and there's Barb at Bends Over Acres. I think Barb's a fellow Missourian. Right now we're in misery because this humidity and temperatures are. It said it was supposed to be in the 95 today. I'm not really liking that, but yes, prayers for everyone. Stop by and say hello. Definitely.
We're at 86 degrees. I'm like, wow, wait a minute. Yeah, but technically summer's not over with, so we still have, let's see here, another week, 7 days. Then, or 8 days. The 22nd is when fall starts on the calendar.
I think it's like the 21st of September,
It's the 22nd.
22nd of September.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jane Doe. I think in a few minutes, I'm watching that time. It says 14.
Your timer is off because you only been live 11, 12 minutes now.
And it's saying 14. This is so strange that my timer is off.
You probably need to go in there and afterwards we can go back in there and try to reset it.
Yeah, maybe it's on the computer or something. That the time is off. Hi, Delighted Acre Farm.
Hello.
So good. Not looking forward to winter and cold. Exactly. I think all of us are kind of not going to like the weather we're going to get.
Oh, I love the cold. To me, I'd rather be cold. I can always find a way to stay warm. Hot, you can't always find a way to stay cool.
So true. Just like
James, he goes, 1:40. If you went live at 1:30, it's only 10 minutes. I know, but her timer on the StreamYard is faster than what the actual time is, and we haven't figured out that yet.
Yeah, we haven't figured that out yet because I'm looking at that it's like 16 or 17 minutes.
Unless Ronald put the time 5 minutes fast on the computer. That's why it would be 5 minutes fast on your StreamYard.
Oh, okay. Good bit of snow this winter.
Mm-hmm.
We are exactly what we got last year. None. Yeah, well, we'll see. I have found that. Ooh, come on, get off that peg. I started going from top to bottom, and it seems to be going a lot better.
Well, the old wise tale grandma used to say, if you have a hot Even in summer, you're going to have a harsh winter. So always just be prepared for the weather, no matter which way it is.
You should see what James said to you.
But
Oh, go
always
look it up.
God can put more clothes on to keep warm. You got that right. You're exactly right.
You
Can't
just
go out with skivvies.
can't do that.
I'll call it in.
Remember, you remember when there used to be a lot of streakers and they didn't get in trouble, but now, don't even,
Oh, yeah.
don't even think about doing that. Hi, Joy Bartlett. Thank you for
Hi,
coming.
Joy. Yeah, and back in the 50s and 60s, that was a regular thing. Now it's like you have to go to a certain beach to do that.
And I'm
And I
definitely
don't even know if they have those kind of beaches anymore either.
got keep pulling this. Not in Oregon. No skinny dipping. Nope, nope.
Oh. No, my best friend, her uncle had some land and they had a pond on there and everything. We wore bathing suits, but we didn't think anything of about snakes or fish or anything being in that pond. We just went swimming and everything else. After I got here,
And there's Auntie Jan, rocks and raccoons with Auntie Jan.
hello. So the first few times I went, they didn't say anything. The third time or so, it was like, there's snakes. And boy, you talking about getting fast out of that water. I said, oh, have it.
Auntie Jan, you're getting to be able to watch me make one of these hats that gets where you can reverse it and change what you're looking at on the outside. So I'm working on 75 rows. It's very interesting because this has all of those colors on it. This yarn does. So it's more of the elongated type yarn that I get to do these hats, because of course I have other camouflaged yarn that has short segments. This is like long. And that, as you can see, you see the different colors in this. It just keeps changing. And just get to 100 rows, and then I'll be able to take this off.
There you go.
Yeah, it's saying 20 minutes I've been live, and I know I haven't, because there's something.
Yeah. It's 2 minutes. It's a 2-minute difference because that's 18 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So you're only 2 minutes off.
Yes. Now, because of how this one started, you can see the width of that one. And then this one is wider, and that one is probably about the same width. But yeah, Nancy was nice enough to set this live up for me, and I'm definitely going to be setting up the next one after we get done with this one. So we're going to end this at 2:45, right, Nancy?
Yes. Central time.
Central time. So then someone will put in I am going to get Nightbot working, Jane Doe, but we will be going over to Simple Homestead. Ooh, there is Ed is in here now. Thank you, Ed, for coming in. This will stop Homestead.
Oh, Simple Acres ain't doing their live today.
Oh, Simple Acres isn't? Oh, okay.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Thank you for letting me know that. Then that means I could go even a little bit longer. Right, Nancy?
Oh yeah. And just remember about 3:30, well 2:30 your time.
Yes.
I'll go put my avatar up and everything and come down and make dinner.
Yes.
Hi June, how you doing?
Hi, June. Thank you for coming.
And so I've been piddling around today. I was sitting here, this, y'all seen this, I've taken it apart. I'm not happy with it. So I'm trying to, and then I had to remember I put like a border on it. So I got to take all that off, then undo this to here. So I can save the yarn and I'll just make something else. That's just like something that I don't have to think about doing, just take it apart. So that's all right. I will make another one, but I'm going to do it a smaller size because this was just way too huge. And I was like, been losing weight. So I was like, yeah, definitely it's time to make a different size. And so I've been working on hats and scarves and stuff also. And just doing different things. And then yesterday I got the sewing machine out. 2 projects took me 5 hours. Like it shouldn't have taken me that long. But the all of a sudden my bobbin stuff started messing up and I'm just like, really? So I changed the thread, changed the bobbin, and it ran smooth. I'm like, if I had just done this like 2 hours ago, I would have been all right. So I made Anastasia a tablet holder and a book cover for her composition books. So I was like, well, I'm still not, I'm still learning to sew, but the more I practice, the better, you get. That's just like with crocheting and knitting and everything. Because I wanted to make me some mugworts, everything, because the ones I have, they need to be washed, and I'm just like, I'm just going to sew me some more because I want the holiday ones. That's right. Hit the thumbs up.
Thank you, everyone. Hit the thumbs up, please.
So I didn't feel like sewing today because I didn't want to get it out and this, that, and the other. And I was like, that's for another day. I'll just do something like not mindless, but kind of mindless, taking this apart.
Nancy?
Mm-hmm.
James says, Nancy, do you have any relatives that live in Texas?
Wow. Mr. James Hogg, you need to email me. We'll discuss that, but you gotta email me.
Yep.
Because I have done my ancestry. I have done 23andMe and Ancestry.com. Ancestry, I kind of really don't. Ancestry.com is okay. But the information they gave me, I already knew because my mom had put all that in there, so it just linked me up to what she had. 23andMe, that's how I know I'm adopted. So, yeah. That's we've been told that you're Hungarian and Czech, but your DNA says you're French and German. There's like misinformation there along the line somewhere. I was like, wow.
Definitely.
So I was like, ooh. And and the more people that do it, the more it goes towards French and German, and I'm like, and Swedish, and you know, up there, even some parts of Russia, and I was like, okie dokie here. Um, yeah, so I had planned on trying to contact people this year, and I just didn't get to it. And I'm just like, I'll just wait till I'll wait a little bit longer. Next year, because I've got other things I'm working on. So next year, because they've got people here in Ohio that I'm related to somehow, and the ones I'm supposed to be related to, no, not whatsoever. So I was like, that's so interesting.
It does make it kind of interesting for sure.
And I got raisin bread, cinnamon raisin bread, but I put cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and cloves as a spice with the raisin bread and everything. That's in the oven. Now I got 5 more minutes on that. Because I've been wanting some bread, and I don't mind the store bought bread, but I really like making my own bread because I can make it any way I want it. And then I add flaxseed to it this time because I got put the raisins in there because Anastasia loves raisin bread, and so it's like, let's make some raisin bread. And that's I'm not seeing. All right, hold on.
Yeah, she's typing as me.
Yeah, I typed him. I put him a email as Rebecca.
She's in my chat, but that's fine.
So yeah, I just put my email as Rebecca touched by on saying it. So there we go. That's so funny.
He's laughing. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I had it there. I took it out. I don't know why it's not there. Well, especially if you're on a phone. If you're not on a laptop or the computer, it won't scroll down to it says view email address or view address. If you're on your phone, it just shows you the about page. So I need to go back and put that on there. Like I said, now doing 2 channels. It's like I do videos for one, then I do a set of videos for the cooking channel, then I do a set for our treasure home, and I'm editing, and I try to just edit that group, one channel at a time, because if I go back and forth, I'll forget something. Because I always call it information overload. I was 17, my mom would go, I must be having a senior moment. I'm like, no, you're not. Because I can walk out of my bedroom, go to the kitchen, and forget what I went to the kitchen for, have to walk back to my bedroom to remember what I went to the kitchen for in the first place, and then go back to the kitchen. I told her it's not a senior moment. I call it information overload because, and by that time, the computers were coming out and everything. All right, Don, see you later.
See you later, Dawn.
Because in 10th grade, we were learning about computers on an IBM. We had the floppy disk. We're learning programming and everything. And my grandmother which is my mom, so why don't you take computers? And it was cool, but this is not what I'm interested in. I was not interested in computers. I use one, but I still don't like them.
Yes, information
Yeah,
overload.
information overload. Because you go, man, I think, 30 years ago, okay, so I'm 56. So 40 years ago, 16, 15, Man, we come home from church and we sit. Okay, thank you, James. And we sit, have lunch, Sunday dinner, clean the kitchen up and everything, relax, watch TV, whether it was football on or summertime it was golf. We watched golf. That's how I like golf because there was nothing else on. So we watched golf. Or kids, we went outside and played.
Look what's about to happen.
Ooh, it's going to change. And then we did crafts in the afternoon. My mom, she took a class making floral arrangements to sit there and cross stitch because nobody would teach me how to crochet or knit. So I was like, So I was did cross stitch or embroidery, and I did paint the wooden things and make magnets and everything. And then we had dinner and went to church Sunday night. No thinking about the time or nothing. Came home. Well, unless I had homework on Sunday. That was Sunday afternoon doing homework. Go away, fly. And then, yeah, come home, do whatever, and watch TV or whatever. Then go to bed and in school all day. 6 hours or whatever a day, and we still got everything in and done. Now it seems like you work on something and then you look up and it's like, where did time go? It was just like, that's all I'm saying. I'll be where I was. It was 12:30. I'm doing this. Looked up and Rebecca goes, "We're gonna go live here in a little bit." I'm like, "Wait a minute, no way. Where did the time go?" All right, I know. You guys, stop. My alarm, my 3 o'clock alarm.
And there is
All right.
Donnie's in here. Thank you, Donnie, for coming.
All right, there we go. So, because we still have the same amount of time as we always have. It's just when you don't pay attention to the time, it goes by fast. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Susan. How do you pronounce that last name?
Barber.
Barber?
I would say Barber. Barber.
Hi, Susan Barber. Wow. I haven't noticed that name before, but it's really nice that I have, StreamYard just moved over. And so I'm just looking at YouTube. But yes, I'm making what will happen is that this is going to come up inside of here, and I can pull the drawstring that's here and close it up.
I'll email you in a little bit, James. All right. Let me go check my bread.
Like Harbor, but with B.
Barber.
Yes, Barber. Eleven and 8. So this is 7. So what I do is I do 7 of these, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I push it down. Show you that. We got 7. So that tells me that's the first row of the 7, and I'll do another 7. So this is winding down, and you guys are going to probably get to watch me take this off. Ooh.
It's bad.
Oh, my.
It smells so good.
I bet it does.
Cool.
Dukes and sell them. Uh, Susan, are you in? Yeah, I think that can be shown. she, she said, "Yummy."
Oh yeah.
They were kind of like, okay. It was like, hide it or show it. Yeah, you can show that. I don't have a problem with that.
Whew.
I don't think I've ever put yummy on a blocked word list.
No, you don't have that there.
I didn't think so, but why would they? Well, it was. I have no idea who was holding it, James. No clue.
It was probably StreamYard or
YouTube. I'm guessing it was YouTube because I could see it on my YouTube side. I don't have StreamYard chat popped out. Once I get done with the 75 rows on this, I'm going to read out of this little book.
Awesome.
Yeah. Once I get done with that, then
shame on them for doing their job. I know.
yeah, because yummy, that isn't a problem.
I already know what words you had there because I saw it earlier, and that's not one.
Yes, I know that's not. People can say yummy to me. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, thank you, June. Yeah, I know.
No, June, you can say yummy. I have no problem with it.
Oh, June, that was not your fault.
That was not your fault at all. That's YouTube.
Yeah, I told you it's technology is don't understand stuff.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, it only works because, or whatever, it doesn't work because whoever is the programmer that writes the wording for the computer, their technology stuff to work or do silly things.
So this is what I do. I do 7 again, 4, 5, 6, 7. This gets pushed down again. And then what I'll do is I'll do 7 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't push these down, but I push this one down like that. So that tells me that's my second row 7. So
You got that right, Jennifer.
I guess YouTube does. Yeah, it's like, okay, what's wrong with the word Nancy yummy? Maybe putting it in context with someone's name, they don't like that.
You know, I don't know, because if you go to the cooking channels and you say that in the cooking channel, there's no issues or anything. Prepped, I must be in trouble somewhere because I know a lot of people that put a lot of emojis in chat and in the comments and everything. Like I said, YouTube has just been icky.
Or maybe YouTube wants us to use their emojis. You know, the ones they picked out. There is YouTube emojis.
Yeah, but so are the other emojis, like the laughing face and everything. That's you.
Yes. They're thinking in
Innuendos.
Innuendos, yeah.
Well, then, I know a lot of words that could be innuendos. I'm not going there.
Nope, please don't. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Joann. I've seen people do some of these things too, and they don't do anything. Like I said, they're just finicky. Oh. But I did a fall garden, and then I planted some pumpkin seeds just to see what it does. It'd be nice to have a pumpkin by that I've grown by October, the end of October. Or for Thanksgiving, I make my own homemade pumpkin pie with my own pumpkin. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, and sometimes at StreamYard too, they have a mind of its own. So,
Yeah.
all right, they're gonna come down. I'm
Okay.
going.
Okay. Okay. Not a problem. Nancy will be in the background and she'll still be able to talk. No, she turned off. Yeah, I'm just going to keep working on this. And then when I get that 75 rows done, I'm going to read out of my a book that someone sent to me. And I think after I read that thing, then we'll do our moment of silence for a minute for all the people that have lost their lives. We have grown in our pumpkin. Oh, for the last few years. It's fun for the kids to learn the whole process of making pumpkin pie from seed. Do you roast your pumpkin seeds? So I really love eating pumpkin seeds that are roasted. I really love roasted pumpkin seeds. It teaches them the process of how something grows because so many people have become disconnected from their food, knowing where it comes from. The kids were young. I even when I yes, and give our animals some for dewormer too. Oh, that might honestly be good for my dogs instead of the chemicals they want me to give them for uh, deworming my puppies, my doggies. My dog. If I put it in with James, if I put it in with meat, like I'll make a with rice and do rice, pumpkin mix, and meat. They'll eat it and put that on their food. Got my the seeds. The pumpkin seeds are natural dewormers. Do with the pumpkin seeds, do you not roast them? You just basically give them to them raw. Natural. I dried them naturally, then powder them and pour it over their food. Oh, okay. And I've got a food processor that I could put that in and do that. I've got a dehydrator that I could dehydrate them and do that. All these new things I'm learning and That sounds really great. It's amazing. Just kind of working on this beautiful hat. Once I get this done, then you guys are going to know why I went so early. And now, knowing that another channel isn't going live, I could go longer. I was kind of hoping they would, but they're not going to. I guess something's going on. This is so. Making sure I'm getting every single one of these. Yep, I did. Yes, I know we just dropped a few folks. That's okay. I will figure out what we're going to do. And a little bit hard for me to talk and keep my attention on here too. And thank you. I have been making these hats for a very long time, and get off that peg so I don't stretch the yarn. Yeah, it's a yes, gotta step out in faith tomorrow that I'll be healed. Yes, everybody will. Where did I get the loom from? It was in a bag of yarn that I'd gotten from somebody that from a Facebook Marketplace. Uh, in fact, the Jane Doe found a 48 peg that there is someone that makes them, and I'm going to be ordering them, and they're not this section. It's all plastic. The ones they have are made with that MDF wood, and then they glue the pegs in there. Yeah, why not today, Auntie Jan? Why aren't you doing it today? Oh, you're in love with my hat. I can't wait. Yes, she's got a long knitted hat, and I've got to do one of these to make her another one. So she'll be getting her hat. Yeah, she's like, what I want my hat that Rebecca's made. And it's not this yarn, it's a different yarn. Let's see where I'm at. 12, 11, 10, 8, 7, 6. So this is number 5. So, is there any questions you guys you that are in the chat that you have for me, and I can answer some questions? That's yeah. What ended up happening last Sunday that I was gonna go live is my car has had a exhaust leak, and I had driven that car, and I had a really bad headache, probably from carbon monoxide. I wasn't feeling well at all. With just a word, yes, he certainly can, James. Hi, farm wife. Oh wow, so good. So good to see my friends in here. Yes, we're probably going to be going a little bit longer, and a Simple Acres homestead won't be going live. And here, uh, Jane Doe, could could you put that link in that you sent me for the that company that has those a little more expensive? Yeah, that is not good. You know, and yes, my air conditioning was set on recirculate, but when you start the car, you don't have the AC on. No, it's not good. But yeah, Donnie and so 12, 11, 8, 7, 6. Let's make sure. 11, 8, 7, 6. That's number 4. So what's really nice? Thank you so much for doing that. Now I will need to tell you something. These type that are the plastic looms on that website, it is a lot more expensive. The looms that I'm going to be getting, our price tag is $33. So I am going to have. I'm going to be buying 2 different colors, because when you see that blue on this purple, the darker colors, it makes it harder to see. So I'm going to be getting a loom that has a lighter color that I'll use the darker color yarn on. And then the darker color for the light ones, and the one, two. Yes. Amen for sure. Too much over my head. You know, it's, I mean, when I first started making these hats, as time went on, I just got faster at it. The hardest thing that I had to learn was to not make that yarn so tight that you can't pull it over, to hook onto it and be able to pull it over. Yes, when I make these hats, it's going to be about a 4.5 hour live. So I know there'll be people that come in, people leave, and come back when it gets closer to taking it off. Each of the 25 sections of rows that I have to do takes me 1 hour. Fourteen 14 beautiful people in here. Let's see. I need to figure out some way to. My hat keeps getting stuck on that peg, and it stretches that yarn. There we go. We'll be married 60 years, September 26th. Wow. That is so great. Congratulations. Thank you. This loom size is, I think it's 9.5 or 10 inches. Yes, definitely congratulations. September 26th. That's coming up. 12, 11. So that's number 3. Yeah, congratulations for sure. Yes, I do have a few different sizes. There's a loom that's a 42 peg that fits in here. Now, when I make the like Santa hats, the longer hats, I use the 42 peg loom because it makes that band tighter so that with the length of it, it doesn't come off. Not a problem, Karen Breast. It's great having you here. Thank you for coming. So just once I get done with this row, I just got 5 more to do, and then I'll read my book. And got it. So yeah, I'm working on the 5th row now of the 75 that's on this. And sometimes you can't hear me. Is that okay? Can you guys hear me now? Give me a thumbs up, or is that better? Good. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. I'll bring my microphone closer to me. There we go. Thank you. Just want to make sure you'd be able to hear me. And yeah, I was just kind of talking to myself. I don't answer myself. I just talk to myself. So now we've got four rows to finish on this. And like I said, I'm going to read from my book, and then we're going to have a moment of about a minute of moment of silence for all the people that have lost their lives. And I want to do that. And I'll explain the reason why I put this here, because sometimes it'll unroll. So I have not been able to find a 48 peg in any stores. They're all, and what's really strange is I've went online to find the company that used to make this one, and I can't even find it. I'm guessing that this is probably a loom that some company made, and they're not in business anymore. Yeah, definitely. It is a very, they make them in-house, those looms. Yes, the pegs are plastic, but this section of the loom is made out of an MDF board. Three more rows on this, and then I'll be able to do what I'm going to do next. Let's see here. There we go. It is really sad what has happened. That's interesting. I got to undo this. I just noticed that I guess I didn't loop one over. Yeah, right there. Okay. There's times that you got to know. It's like, why was there two there? Hi, Beverly Moffat. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, this is a new style of hat. And what happens is that this gets put up inside, and it has a drawstring where you can change the what it looks like on the outside. They're kind of called reversibles, inside out hats that I've called them that before. is. Oh, your cousin? What's her name? Beverly? Debbie? Oh, okay. Thank you. That is great. When I was in my YouTube studio, I found out that I was have 1,017 people that have subscribed to my channel. I don't look them as subscribers. I think of them more as friends and family. And thank you, Farm Wife. I have a feeling there's going to be some other people come in here because we had it for subscriber only for an hour, and I'm over an hour already. I got to check this to see where I'm at. Let's see. So that's number 24, so two more. Weeks to you and my 4 tiny shots. Okay. Yeah, exactly. I think it's really great that you were Auntie Jan getting your power. Could someone put, oh, and there's Robert Mac Media. Thank you for coming. And there's Auntie Jan's channel. Thank you, Jane Doe. One more, and then I'll be doing my reading. Here's number 75 row. This is at least one time that Robert, I'm going live longer than I usually do. Thank you, June for subscribing to Auntie Jan. Okay, there. Got that done now. I'll over here and read my little book. This is King James Version, devotional for women. This is a little book that I'm not sure who sent it to me. So this is what this one says is two are better than one. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Ecclesiastes 4, 9, and 10. And this is what the paragraph says, or the wording below that. One of the most uncomfortable things for me is needing help. I greatly prefer to handle problems on my own rather than have my weakness revealed. But sometimes a second person is not only helpful, but absolutely necessary. God designed us to be interdependent. This seems in how he establishes families at the start of creation and how he designed the church to function. A diverse body of believers working together to accomplish God's purpose. We need other people to help and encourage us. Think of a situation where you simply could not have gotten by without another's help. How did God use that person in your life? How can you support someone today? I was telling Nancy a story. When I was 9 years old, we were in Mexico. My father would go fishing with the local fishermen there to bring fish back to our home in Utah. And I fell 10 feet and broke my left ankle. I still don't know to this day how I got down there, but somehow I fell. And I would have not been able to walk because my ankle was broken. And it was because of the people that found me. My mom and my sister Judy were able to carry me back to the camper that my father built and get back across the border before that foreign country knew that I was hurt. And I had to have a cast put on it. Yeah. So we do need people in our lives to help us. We certainly do. Now the next thing I'm going to do, the reason we were having this live today is that I'm going to leave that sitting over there. I'd made some hats. And what I was going to do, but this is not, because I don't know how many people are in here that have never gotten a hat from me, I am going to leave it up to all of you. I'm going to have, if you have not gotten a hat from me first, please, I want to be able to give hats to people that haven't gotten a hat because winter's coming. Now, this is what's going to be interesting is because this little hat here is off of that ball. It's this blue one. So I'm going to be blessing. I want to bless some people that have not gotten a hat from me. And then if there's anybody else that wants to get a hat from me, they can email me. And I will let you know. But you see, this hat is exactly the same color as that one. It's at my house. Yes, you do. You know, so as you can see, this is what you pull on that. And Christy Betts does not have a hat for me, and I will show you these hats. And then I'm going to have the people that don't have a hat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you put something in the chat so that I'll know who that is, and I'll need the email. So what I do is this gets closed up at the top by that drawstring. Now look at the other side of this. It's that same, this ball, it's this ball of yarn that this hat came off of. So you see what it ends up doing is it just makes a different where that you can change the way this hat is. So that's one of the hats. I'm going to lay this up here. Here's another one that I did from that same kind of yarn. This one's also 100 rows. And it is that same 3-ply yarn. So these are a lot lighter. And look what happened when I did this one. I finished it with a blue because I didn't have enough. That's that hat. This is the one that Jane Doe really likes, is this purple and pink. So I'm going to flip this one so everybody can see the other side. There's that. Now this one, is a four-ply, and you can definitely see the difference between this. This is a much heavier. Yes, you did, Ace. You certainly did. But this hat is of course, a little bit warmer. But what we're going to do is we're going to give the people that have not gotten a hat from me yet the chance to get one. And this is what I want you to put in chat, is a yellow heart. So I know Prep for Eternity Homestead hasn't gotten a hat from me. Robert Mac Media hasn't gotten a hat from me. Yes, Missouri is going to be cold soon. So Robert Mac Media will get one of these hats. These are, of course, a little bit lighter. This one's a little bit lighter, and that one's going to be exactly the same way. Is there anybody else that wants to put in a yellow heart? Prep for Eternity Homestead. Thank you. And then I'll finish that one. So there will be a total of five hats. And Auntie Jan, you know you already got your hat coming. You got 2 coming. But that's okay if you need another one. That's what I felt like. You agree with that? What? Yes, you're funny, Auntie Jan, for sure. Is there anybody else in here that have never gotten a hat from me? I know, Auntie Jan, you've got yours coming, and then if there's nobody else here in the chat, we'll let some other people that have gotten hats from me get one. You removed your heart. No, you don't have to. But that is the reason I set this live up where it was subscriber only, because I wanted to bless some people. Can I pretend I haven't gotten what? Yes, you can. There doesn't seem to be anybody else that's in here. Yes, you can, farm wife, because I mean, I didn't send one to your husband. He doesn't have a hat, which I know that. This one's going to be really, really warm. I got to stop shaking that thing because my camera's bouncing. She got me. It's okay. Yeah. So I guess you're going to be getting this one, Jane Doe, that one that you really like. So it's okay. I mean, I know that you did not get one, because I know I sent one to farm wife, but I didn't send one to your husband. And of course, the every hat gets 2 scrubbies in it. Christy Betts, yes. Christy Betts has not gotten a hat. But Jane Doe, why don't you put my email in the chat? To walk with Jesus, most definitely. And June Hansen, Jane Doe, whenever you get the chance, go ahead and put my email in so that you can send me your address. I will not, if you do not have a P.O. box, I will not share your home address with anyone unless you say go ahead and do that. That won't happen. I don't give out phone numbers unless someone. Okay, not a problem, farm wife. I just want people to have warm heads this winter. So I have a feeling we're going to have a really bad winter this year. That was for James. He was sharing his healing journey. Yes, everybody has got a healing journey. Now I'm going to read the next one that's in line to this one. This one was really, really kind of poignant for what's going on right now. Now I'm going to put this one over here. You're welcome. Well, to me, it's honestly better to be kind and caring to people than, they talk about when your cortisol is raised, what it does to you. It's not healthy. It really isn't. It ruins your heart. It really does. So this is the next one is be kind. And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God, for Christ's sakes, has forgiven you. Oh my goodness. Ephesians 4:32. Not long ago, I stepped in the line at a convenience store just as a young man with cerebral palsy approached the counter in a motorized wheelchair. Over the next few minutes, I watched the cashier patiently help the man purchase a soft drink, leaning in to understand his slurred speech. Even though the man had difficulty with steps of making his purchase, other customers remained unbothered and even helped him retrieve his wallet to pay. When the purchase was complete, the cashier went above and beyond, pouring the man's soft drink into his insulated cup. "Have a good day, everyone," the man said as he wheeled away. The situation touched me. It reminded me of God's kindness in serving me when I could do nothing for myself. When we show kindness to others, we not only make ourselves a blessing to our fellow man, but we also reflect the character of compassionate God. That's great reason to be kind today. It certainly is. So I wanted to read those two today. And then next time when I go live, I'll read the next ones. But yeah, I will definitely get those names written down. Just make sure you email me so that I hope you do too, Christy Betts, to help me before. I wish there was a lot more people that would help people. I know there was this one time that I was driving in one of my vehicles, and I noticed this man struggling on the sidewalk, that his electric wheelchair went over the edge. And of course, I also have my disabilities and trying to help him get it back up there. And he was struggling for so long that I pulled it there and helped him get back up. So just stop. I remember trying to get. Someone had made a call and I was able to talk to them. We need to be of service to people. We really do. Try calling local churches. Yeah, maybe that might work. Same thing. Yeah, definitely call local churches that are close to you. Yes, it is tough being without a car. I have a neighbor that will, when we took off the exhaust system off the car, because it's off right now, and we're putting a new catalytic converter under the car that doesn't have holes in the pipes and a smashed catalytic converter, so that my car will run better and I won't have so much problems. Yes, I will, as soon as I get the email done, we will get this taken care of. But thank you, everyone, for coming in here. I'll get that other hat done, and if there's anybody else you can think would like one of my hats, let me know, because I want to bless people with warm heads. Be home until Friday. That's okay. That's perfectly fine, and we will get you these hats. And what I'll do is, in the email, I will send you the pictures of the hats so you can pick which one you want. I will do them individually and just put in there what one you want. I know that this one here is going to Jane Doe. Is that the one, Jane Doe? I think that was the one you liked. It was the pink and purple. Yes, yes, that one. There we go. Let me show you another yarn that I picked up at Walmart, and I don't, this is the one. Yes. This is another ball of yarn that I showed, that this is that Mandela. Look at the colors in this. This one is going to be so, there's a darker color inside of there. Let me see, there we go. There's a darker color inside of this one. There we go. This one's going to be really, really pretty, you know, kind of like fall colors. Yeah, that's some of the yarn that I've gotten. But I'm going to say goodbye to you, all of you, and thank you for coming today. I've really have wanted to bless more people with the beautiful hats that I make, and, you know, learning how to make these ones that are longer, and, you know, where you can change the color on the outside of them. But I love you all, and you have a great day, and go find some channels to give them a blessing of today. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and all in now. Have a great day, everyone.